I don't think so.
We'll see. We'll see.
You know, a little bit of leeway for Nico today because he's actually never raced on the simulator, and you guys have done 80, 134 million laps already.
That's many? They've done many laps?
Yeah, that many. They burned all of you.
Oh, jeez. It's going to be very difficult then, I think, for me.
Okay, but before that, we're going to have a little close-up with Nico over here. A small little interview, a small little getting to Nico know a little bit better. So, Nico, I'm going to ask you to just have a little seat over here. It's not as comfortable as your F1 car seat, but yeah, it's a little harder actually. How is the F1 car seat? Tell me about it.
The F1 car seat is done by me sitting in the car, and then they put a garbage bin bag into the car, and then they fill it up with liquid, and the liquid then expands and becomes a solid foam with time. You know, so I'm sitting there and it pushes in, goes tighter and tighter and tighter, and it's really really hot. So I'm starting to sweat because I have my overall on and everything, and then it gets hard. And then they have to cut me out because it's come all the way around, so I can't get out anymore. So they have to cut me out, and then from that foam, they put layers onto that, and then they make a carbon seat from that. You know, so it's very very thin. My seat weighs 1 kilogram. I can lift it up with my little finger, like that. It's so light.
Really comfortable.
Very comfortable. Yeah, it's perfectly my body, and where I have pressure points, I've put some little rubber patches. So it's perfect. I could fall asleep easily in the car, no problem.
Oh, that's not happening. Not at the BIC, it's not going to happen because you're going for the podium.
Today I would though, with the jet lag that I have.
Okay, real question. I was at a Mercedes event in Mumbai, and there was this girl who walked up to me and she said, "Is that a Mercedes car?" I said, "Yes, that's a Mercedes car." "Is that a left-hand drive?" Looking at the Formula One car, she said, "Is that a left-hand drive?" I didn't have an answer. Do people ask all these weird questions about Formula One to you, especially?
In India, it's a left-hand drive. No? Or which side do you drive in India? Left-hand.
No.
Both sides. In India, it's both sides.
Yeah, whichever we get a lane, we just
Whichever is free.
If the cop is not watching, we just change the lane. Okay, so something that people don't know is every race you've got to be fit, and for your information, the Formula One driver is the fittest sportsman ever, and they actually lose about 4 kgs of weight.
Not the fittest ever, if I may correct you, but definitely extremely fit. Yeah.
So 4 kgs in a race, does that really happen? Losing so much weight in a race?
Depends which race, but like Singapore Grand Prix, I can lose up to 4 kgs. Yeah, it's a lot. You know, it's like 6% of my body weight, and that's really it's very very tough.
How can a person just drive a car and lose weight? I mean, this is something Formula One fans don't understand.
It's like if you sit in a sauna. I don't know if any of you have sat in a sauna.
I'm sitting in it right now. 3 years.
You sit in a sauna right here. Yeah. Okay. So it's like if you sit in your sauna right here, and you do a little bit of bicycling at the same time on a gym bike, you'll sweat so much, you know. And it's the race is 2 hours long, so that's enough.
So 3 kgs a race. I'm going to be in at least 5 races. Is what I'm guessing to get it to your size. But you're a race winner. This year you've done really well, and big round of applause. 2 Grand Prix wins. Couldn't have missed those. The team is doing well. Your dad is a race winner, so Monaco this year was very special. I saw you come up with that. The thing with the Nico Rosberg style of doing this. You thought of this yourself?
Yep.
Okay, so what does dad have to say, because he's won there and your dad is a great driver himself. What does he have to say about your success in Formula One so far?
My father is proud. You know, he's been a part of it all the time. He's been helping me, supporting me, managing me all the way. And yeah, it's very enjoyable for him too. And to see me win at our home in Monaco, where I've grown up and where we all still live, all my family and friends, everybody lives there. I went to school there, so to win in my streets and to win the most prestigious Grand Prix in the year, it was a really, really special experience for me.
That is really good, but now you're in India, and I'm going to ask you something that the Indians want to know from you. Do you like Indian food? Because it's really fattening.
I really like Indian food. I like every food wherever I go. There's great food all over the world, and I also really enjoy Indian food.
Really spicy. What have you had in India?
Not really spicy. I don't like really spicy. It needs to be medium spicy for me. Otherwise, I won't be able to race this weekend if I put full spice.
So no golgappas, no pav bhaji, nothing like that for you?
Well, they can do them medium spice, no? I don't know.
Okay, very medium. Good, that is. India, another place where there's a lot of Bollywood. Have you heard of Amitabh Bachchan?
Not at all. I have no idea about Bollywood. Of course, I know what it is, but I haven't seen any movies and I haven't heard about any actors.
You know, a lot of people out there, fans, want to hear a Bollywood dialogue in your voice. Are you up for it? I'll say it, you'll repeat it. Are we up for it?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so maybe you can just twist your hand like that and say, take the mic and and just say, रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं. रिश्ते में.
All of that together.
Two words at a time. रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं. नाम है Nico Rosberg. Well done.
What on earth did I say? Did I just?
You said I'm the daddy of racing out here. Don't mess with me.
Okay, cool.
That
Very cool. That's very cool.
I did not change that. Okay. India is also very synonymous with cricket. You've seen cricket.
Yes, but I don't like it, unfortunately. But I met Sachin Tendulkar last year, and it was a great pleasure to meet him. I heard he's retiring now, which is a great pity, of course, for India, for all the cricket fans. And I've also been in contact a bit with UV Singh on Twitter, because we both have Puma as our sponsor.
Yes.
So we've been having a bit of a Twitter match together, leading up to the Grand Prix here. So I know some people from cricket, but honestly, I don't. I enjoy following other sports like soccer more.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you. You're not a Formula One driver. Would you be a soccer player? Would you be?
If I could choose, I would be a soccer player, but I don't have the talent, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have a lot of talent out there in the cockpit, which you have very, very fancy talent actually. A racer's diet is, I've heard it's a caveman's diet. You get blood tests done before and after the race, and then you have to miss a lot of curry.
No, actually, I don't. I can have the curry. It's just on a race weekend where I have to pay attention and I have to watch my weight. Especially next year, the cars are getting very heavy. So lighter driver is a benefit, and so I'm gonna have to probably be doing diet during my Christmas, which is not gonna be good.
At least for Nico this year. Nico, tell me something about the fact that next year a lot of the attention is shifting to the next year's car, because the rules are different kind of turbo. Engines are reduced in size, weight is coming down. So every year, at some point of the time, you start looking at next year's car. But this year, has it been a little earlier?
This year has definitely been earlier, yes, because next year the rules are completely different. Everybody starts from zero, so we've had to start looking at next year's car earlier, much earlier. Even I think they've started looking at it last year. So 1.5 years before driving the race, they started looking at the car and developing it, because it's a new world and it's such a huge difference. It's gonna turn things around a lot, I think, next year. And the pecking order is gonna change. It will be very interesting, and I'm sure it's gonna be great racing too, though.
Okay, we have our favorites. Our favorite track is the BIC. Let the BIC be alone. Tell me which, besides the BIC, is your favorite track on the calendar?
I really like my home track, Monaco. It's a great challenge for me as a driver. Yeah, we're driving so close to the limits, to the walls, to the barriers, up and down around the casino, harbour, everywhere. It's fantastic.
Okay, and a few more races than usual.